And I want us to really be attentive so that we can get one or two things as we go along. Now, let's go firstly to our food. You know, as women, we say kitchen is our office. So we must be mindful of what we give to our family. We must be mindful of what we give to our husband and to our children, especially to our children. You know, they are just coming up. So we must be careful of what we give to them. Now, I want us to know that water is one of the most essential things that we must give to our children, to our husband. Water, water, water. Water is very, very important. Water cannot be too much. Water cannot be too much. You can take as much as you want to. You can take as much as... I think the only side effect to taking too much of water is that you go to the toilet regularly, which is very good. Your kidney will be so happy when you're taking enough water. You know, there will be nothing like kidney stones. In fact, the kidney will work well with taking enough water. Then additives. When I talk about additives, I mean the likes of curry, the likes of thyme, the likes of Maggi. Let's try and reduce it. All of these things tend to affect our body system later. I used to have one roommate. When she cooks soup, she will still put curry. So when you are smelling the soup, even before entering the hostel, when you are smelling, you already know that, onto today, onto the curry sin obe. So we must be mindful of this. Other things we can use, the likes of ginger, the likes of garlic. You know, we can grind them, the likes of crayfish. I personally does not like crayfish in my soup. So we can grate it, you know, the powdered crayfish. It will still give it the same nutrients that you get from a whole crayfish. When I eat crayfish, I feel like I am eating cockroach. Yeah, so that's why I really do not like it. But we can as well blend it. You know, the real ginger, we can blend it. The real garlic, we can blend it instead of using all the processed one. Then let's be mindful of processed food. Going to all these restaurants to eat is not bad. But at the same time, what you cook at home and what you go out to eat, you're sure of what you're cooking, but you're not sure of what you are eating. People used to say, one man lo chicken ti ogbo. I'm sure when we want to do that in our house, we will not use that kind of chicken. But outside, we are eating it. And you know, they have added a lot of additives, a lot of processing, you know, ingredients to make it look nice when we see it. But some of it might not actually be good for our system. So it is better for us to bring those things home. We can learn online, learn how to cook different food so that we will not end up cooking one particular food every time. We change our styles. Let's be sure that we take balanced diet, very important. Now, balanced diet that I mean, I'm not saying we should make sure we get chicken or fish. Not everybody is capable of these things. But locust beans, iru, it does a lot of good for the body. When we tell our pregnant women during antenatal, we tell them that you don't need to break the bank before you take a food that is balanced. All you have to do is just know the type of things you're supposed to eat. Crayfish, dry fish, stockfish. You know, they are not expensive. You don't need to break the bank before you get those things. Comparing it to chicken, turkey, and the likes. So all these small things as well, they add up to help our body system. Food high in sugar. Please, let's reduce it. Food high in sugar. It will either cause, in short, majority of the time, it causes diabetes. And it will prevent insulin production in the body. So it is necessary that we take note of this. I'm going to be rushing, seriously. Now let us go to managing stress. As women, we go through a lot of stress at home. The husband needs you. The children needs you. So you are in between. It looks like you are the only one that is existing in the house. All of them are depending on us. So we get stressed out easily. Before you wake up early in the morning, you want to go to work. You want to prepare for your child. Okay, you do that one. You get to work. Probably you put your child in school or in creche. You come back again. You still go and bring those children back. At night again, you will still cook. So we get stressed out easily. But what can we do to manage our stress? Number one, rest. Sometimes we are unable to sleep. Someone like me, if I am overstressed, I won't be able to sleep. I will look for sleep and I will not find it. But I'll just relax. There are some people that they watch movie to relax themselves. It depends on individuals. So rest is very important. Then balanced diet, healthy diet is very important. It helps to manage stress as well. Now, I talk about sleep. Sleep in a day, we're supposed to sleep for like 7 to 8 hours in a day, at least at night. This is something we must actually try to observe so that we don't break down eventually. Relaxation, I already talked about that. Engage in what you love doing. Sometimes when I'm stressed, it could be emotional stress or even physical stress. I tend to sing a lot. I'll just be walking around the house and be singing. Now, the way I am singing, it is taking my attention from what is going on to something else. Some people tend to work so much at that time. When they are stressed emotionally. So whatever you know that you love doing, when you are stressed, especially when you are stressed emotionally, that is the time for you to do it. So it will shift your attention from the stress to what you are doing. Then support system. Support system. You surround yourself with people that matters to you. When you are stressed, I'm not talking about physical stress. Now I'm talking about emotional stress. You surround yourself with people that are closer to you, people that love you, people that value you, and people that you love. When you surround yourself with people like this, it tends to help. Because number one, you will be relaxed. You will feel relaxed in the midst of people that you are. Okay, so I'll be dwelling more on personal hygiene. As mothers, we have kids. So our personal hygiene is very important. After giving birth, some women tend to have body odor. It's not strange. It's something that happened because you gave birth. So the system and the hormones in the body are trying to get back to what they used to be. So there are a lot of changes in the body. Some women tend to smell. It's not like they want to smell, but it just happened. So that is why bathing is very important. At least twice in a day. In the morning and before you go to sleep at night. It is very important. It is very important. There are some husbands that does not like body odor. And if you have that, it's going to be a problem. Then deodorant is not a sin. We all know that. So we can as well get that to prevent the body odor. And hygiene. For someone like me that have a very small baby, when my baby poo and I change the diaper, no matter how much she cries, I won't carry her. I first go and wash my hand before I come back to carry her. Because if anything happens, if she contacts anything, which she's not going to contact anyway, but if something like that happens, it will come back to me. I'll be the one running around. I'll be the one trying to get medications for her, trying to get her to be fine and the likes. So it is better to prevent them from happening than to allow them to happen. Hand hygiene is very important, and this is one thing that we must even teach our children to do. To clean their hands, to make sure that their hands are clean, because these hands can move anywhere. Before you know what you're doing, you're already putting your hands in your eye. Before you know what you're doing, it's already in your mouth. Before you know what you're doing, it's already in your nose. And if it's not clean, we know we are causing more harm than good for ourselves. So it is important. Now, changing our bedspread, I would advise 7 days maximum. You change your bedspread. Normal, I would advise 3 days. But because of what we are in Nigeria, I know we will not listen. So I will advise 7 days. You know, sometimes when we come back from work, we are so tired, and the first place we land is our bed. Someone like me that is a nurse, when I'm coming back from work, and the first place I land on is my bed, and I'm coming back from the hospital, obviously I've brought in some microorganisms on my bed. So it is necessary for me to change my beddings regularly. I will prefer to advise 3 days. Once you've used your beddings, your bedspread, for 3 days, you change. Either for yourself or for your kids, especially for the kids. Sometimes they play in the dust, you know, when they go to school, coming back and all of that, they're already, I won't say messed up, but we know what that can be. And the next thing is, Mommy, I want to go and sleep on the bed. So, using of pad, our use of pad, it's necessary that we change pads regularly. I know everybody knows that we are supposed to change pads regularly. Now, one thing I want to advise against is the use of tissue paper. Please, let's stop using tissue paper. Please. You know, tissue paper breaks. It breaks. So when you are using tissue paper and a little of it breaks and enters, that's a serious issue. Before you know what's up, you won't know it has entered, but before you know what's up, infection is already setting in. And before it becomes a very serious issue, it is better to stop using it. Please, stop using tissue paper. I won't really advise against using clothes if we can keep to its terms and conditions. Now, if you are using clothes, you wash with jig and you spread under the sun. It must be directly under the sun. Wherever is cool and warm encourages multiplication of microorganisms. But when it's hot, it tends to kill those microorganisms. So you can reuse. But if you know you cannot spread under the sun, please don't use clothes. Don't use clothes. Prefer to use the pad. Okay. So the way we wash our private parts, I know we all know, but sometimes we tend to wash from the back to the front, especially when we use the toilet. But it's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be from the front to the back. The anus is at the back. The female reproductive system is at the front. So when you are washing from the back to the front, you are bringing the microorganism from your anus to your vulva. But when you are washing backward, you are cleaning your vulva like that. So you tend to wash properly like that than from the back to the front. Then please, let's clean with water. Just water. Don't use any soap. Just water. And it's perfect. Just water. Now let's go to family planning. Family planning has a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people will tell you when they took it, they started bleeding. When they took it, they started getting fatter. In short, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to family planning. Now, family planning, we have stereotyped family planning in a way that it's only, what do we call it? It's only the likes of 3 years old, 5 years, and 12 years. The condom we use is a form of family planning. You're trying to prevent pregnancy. And please, let me beg us, please, let's use it. Now, I'm not saying you should go for the Jadel, the Implanon, and the rest, but at least use one. I cannot imagine myself getting pregnant at this time. I will leave work. I will not work again. Because when I was pregnant the first time, I knew the stress I went through. I gave birth, I knew the stress. Now that I am still breastfeeding, I know the stress that I am going through. So I will now get another, okay now, I will not work again. That's just the truth. Because it is stressful. The body has not gotten back to what it used to be. The baby herself or himself has not gotten enough from the mother. So both the mother and the baby, they are not in a good another work, because it's actually a big work. So please, let's use it. Now we have the natural method. For those that have regular menstruation, 28 days, they tend to count you can count your safe period. So you don't meet with your husband during your ovulation. Few days before your ovulation and few days after, you don't meet your husband. But within that period, you have your free time that you can meet with your husband. But please, if you don't have a regular menstruation, don't try it, because pregnancy can come in. We have the emergency pills. That's the likes of Postinor 2. After sex, within 72 hours, you must use it. It stops pregnancy. We have condom. We have both male and female condom. Anyone you feel like using. We have pills for every day. But for people that forget to use drug, don't try it. Because once you forget, you are calling on to pregnancy. Then we have the long-lasting family planning. That's the likes of, we have that of 2 months, injectables, that's injection. We have that of 2 months. We have that of 3 months. Anyone you want to take. But I will advise that if you still want to give birth, don't take injections. It stays longer in the body system than the rest. So don't take injections. If you still have plan to give birth, don't take injections. Then we have the Jadel, which is 5 years. We have the Implanon, which is 3 years. We have the IUCD. Now for the IUCD, if I don't know how to say this one in English, but I'll say it in Yoruba. See, earring band jewality. Don't bother taking the IUCD. Yeah, nǹkan tó fi ṣe earring ó wà lára IUCD. So don't bother taking it. See, earring band jewality. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká bother. So you can go for any of the rest. Then we have the hormonal IUCD. That one is 5 years. That one comes in 5 years. We have the hormonal IUCD, 5 years. And please, except from condom, no other family planning stops sexually transmitted infection. No other. Aside from condom, every other one does not stop sexually transmitted infection. Only condom does. And I want to believe that we don't have people that have multiple sexual partners here. So I guess we can go for any other. But if you feel that you don't have the mind, I have people that have come to me saying they did Implanon, they are getting fatter. They did Jadel, they are getting fatter. Or their menstruation is not coming. It depends on the body. It varies. The way it affects the body, it varies. So you can take it. When you take it and you are bleeding too much, go back to the hospital, tell them to remove it. They will remove it for you. It's not a problem. You can as well do another one. My mom did IUCD. It was supposed to be 10 years. I think she took it for like 15 years. Although she entered menopause. So she was like, yeah, I should remove it. I told her, go and remove it. But it actually stops pregnancy. Some people say it fails. Now, only God does not fail. All of these things, human made it. So we are not giving it 100% assurance that it's not going to fail at all. But we are giving you 99.9% that it will not fail. So that's 0.01. It will not be our own. So please, let's try to space our children so that we don't get to overstress ourselves. I think I'm done. I think that's all I have for us. Thank you so much.